That's not good. You can't just let him go in there and get whatever he wants.
What am I going to do?
You think you're so cool?
He's going to beat me up.
You think you're cool?
He's going to push me in the hallway.
You think you're cool?
No.
Yeah, that's right. Sit down.
I'm sitting down. Stand the up. Stand up. Stand
No,
what are you doing
down again.
You better get the down here.
I said sit on the floor.
On the fucking ground right now. Dude, my wife's getting down, my son's getting down. It's me holding a gun and you shouting out.
All right, I guess we don't need that.
Welcome back to the Snapback Podcast.
Oh, dude, this is great. This is a good little start.
Yeah, Big Q. He's had a couple of accolades this weekend.
I have.
We've seen him
go on
at the Steve Wilkos show. We've seen him at the Celtics game.
Yep.
He is getting around.
I'm willing to talk about both those things if you want as well. So, another Celtics I'm going to talk about. But
let's talk about why you were at the game and why you made it a part of your weekend. What was so important about the weekend?
So I went to Boston for the weekend to celebrate our 10-year anniversary.
Me and Quincy have been together for 10 years.
No, me and my fiance, we're coming up on 10 years tomorrow.
Happily, unhappily engaged.
Yeah, 10 years tomorrow being together. So we went for the weekend. That was fun. Hung out with my sister-in-law, her boyfriend, who's one of my good friends. It was a good weekend. We had a good time. So that was kind of the point of being there. But yeah, it was great. We went around the city, got to
Celtics
and stuff. Celtics won. It was cool. It was cool. It was everything I hoped it would be.
That's good.
It was nice. Kid-free weekend.
And the whole time I felt so bad because Quincy was like, I'll make sure to do some videos. I'll shoot on my phone. Don't worry, man. Everything's fine. I'll shoot a bunch of content. I'm like, that's fine. Just shoot some videos and don't talk to me later.
Right? You're like,
don't talk.
Send them to me later.
Yeah. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your time. Stop talking to me.
And mainly, obviously, our subscribers that see us on YouTube and stuff, they'll see that it's all from the game.
I found out Quincy beat his wife this weekend.
Yeah.
Dude, you're talking about bruises, dude, and beating the shit out. What was that?
It looked like I beat her up.
Really?
It looked like I punched her in the leg, dude. It was bad. What?
Did you see her walk out of that hotel? No, you didn't, because she was in a wheelchair.
I had to throw her outside the window. Yeah! Top floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, we were on the 14th floor, too. Great view.
Great
really
view.
Good view.
People fall and look great, especially
awesome.
at 5 p.m., around golden hour.
No, it was...
But congratulations on your tenure in a relationship.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, man to a man that's done over a dime.
Yeah.
And not just a man to a man.
Dog.
I'm gonna kiss his hand.
Dude, okay. I respect that.
Kiss that hand. Not just as two men, not as two fathers, but together as champions.
Champions.
And we will be talking about...
We're going to talk about that, too.
How I'm a champion... sort of in the real world, not bragging about it. I'm the Reese's guy around this block. So go fuck yourself.
Step up, homie.
Yeah. You'll have to fight Quincy. Quincy, what?
Wait, what?
What? You're always behind me, always getting in trouble because of me. But as champions, because Quincy, would you like to elaborate why you're a champion as well? Wearing a champion sweatshirt. He's been doing this all week. It's been great. He's been wearing it all week at work.
I actually
got the money to burn right now.
That's why I bought it. Yeah. No, I've actually had this. I have this sweatshirt and a pullover champion for those people.
In a little bag, waiting for the day.
No, and I wore it the first day as a joke, for Nick, and I was like, "Yo, Nick!" And I undid my coat.
That wasn't a joke,
right? Well, it wasn't a joke, but it was.
Wait a minute,
funny.
Clark Kent, you're Superman, and you lifted it, and showed me the champion thing. I'm like, you've been wearing that underneath the whole time. He's like, I've been waiting for the day ever since my Julia left me with that jar of strawberry preserves.
Anyway, so
I got knee pain.
I've been wearing this champion sweatshirt, and
some sort of calcium deposit or build up in my joints.
I recently, within just last week, I won a fantasy football championship. Which technically
now this whole relationship between you and me is me trying to convince myself I'm you're also a champion. So Quincy won his fantasy football league.
Yeah, league championship.
Whole championship.
Now, mind you, this is my first championship. I've been playing different leagues and I've played for the last 4 years, and this is my first time winning.
How much did you win?
I won $250.
That's not bad. What was the pay-in?
We had to pay in. Sorry, I had to look at the picture so I could explain it to you better. We had to pay in $25 each. And
That's
there was
not
10 of
bad.
us.
That's not bad.
Now, I'll just explain something real quick, a little backstory. There was another league I played in my first year that was $50 buy-in, right?
Holy shit.
$50. My first year, I came in fourth place. I was in the playoffs, but I came in fourth place. So, not bad, but not great.
No second,
Right.
third, or fourth place for
there's
money?
nothing
Just
crazy. Now,
championship?
you can do that stuff. People choose to do. People be like, hey, listen.
In their leagues.
Right, people be like, hey, listen, you know what? The first place
Gets like the
75% of
75%,
money, right?
yeah,
25%
10,
goes to second.
5, yeah.
No, it's like 75% goes to first place, 25% of the money goes to second place, and then
10,
third
5.
place gets their money back. I did one league like that.
Oh.
That sucks.
Okay.
Because, like, okay, yeah, you don't really lose anything, but you're not winning anything either.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
what
There's
are you
no
really-
incentive.
Right, like, what are you gaining from? You're not gaining from anything. So, the following year, I did the same league with about the same amount of people. We upped it to $75.
Holy shit.
There was 10 of us.
Oh my god.
So it was huge money. Huge
Wait
money.
a minute. What?
And I almost won.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't win. My second year, too, I was pretty
Man,
impressed.
you must have been begging your girl that week like, dude, oh my god, we're gonna have
No, dude,
money.
Listen, I lost the fantasy championship by 6 points. 6 points that year. 750 fucking
And by the
dollars
way,
would've been
guys,
mine.
I
was
have
so-
to mention Envy special announcement with Big Q on the radio.
on the radio. Nice.
Snapback Podcast, when the season comes, will become fantasy champions.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Snapback Podcast is going to have an official fantasy football team. And we want input from the comments. We will keep you updated on Instagram. We want poll votes of who we should put on the team when we get our draft, when we get our picks. We want the crowd to control the team. And if there's no comments, obviously, we're just going to make that
Now,
decision.
mind you, of course, like if you guys pick somebody that is already chosen by someone else in the draft,
Yeah.
next person up.
Yes.
That's kind of how it goes. It's
Live
just the next system.
on those phone calls that we're telling you about to be announced, we wanted to let you know that had an idea of we wanted you guys to call in so we can have an open conversation. If you've been in the Fantasy Football League, you know about sports, you know about conspiracies, anything you want to ask, any questions at all, no filter. But during those live calls, when we release the number for that day that we do a live stream, you can call in for your fantasy football talk about the Snapback team or about your idea of picks when we do those live streams. We will let you know the day before. The next day when we film, we will give out the number the night before on Instagram. That means you'll have the number and we're not turning on the phone until the podcast starts.
Also, I'd just like to let everybody know we have officially started an Instagram, people. I
That's
know
right.
I was like, we haven't talked about this in the last couple of weeks, but we did officially start an Instagram, or I did. So Big Q, Quincy,
Yeah.
I control it. Nick's got us on YouTube. That's all
Facebook
him.
and the YouTube.
Nick is our Facebook guy. I control Instagram.
Sorry about me not uploading shit.
That's okay. But anyway, no, we do have an Instagram now, guys. So you can find us. It's the same picture that we have as our YouTube. I believe that's the same one
Yep,
still,
thumbnail,
right?
yep.
As our YouTube thumbnail, it's the same exact picture. You can find us the same way. It does, obviously, in our bio, it does have our link to YouTube, just so you know that it
We're
is
going to have
us.
merch coming out too soon.
Yeah, merch coming out soon. But you can follow us now at, on Instagram at the Snapback Pod. That is all lowercase, the Snapback Pod. Okay, so like I said, it's us. Same picture that Nick has on YouTube, thumbnail and everything. I do have some things uploaded now. Right now I've got 10 posts. We have 49 followers and we're following 79 people. So again, get on there. We'd like to interact with, you guys in any way we can. So yeah, get on there. The Snapback Pod, okay? And I'm not sure does YouTube give you a bio option?
A bio? Yeah.
Can you put
I will put
Instagram
I will put
at
Instagram
Snapback
in the
Pod.
description and in the description
Yeah.
of every video. Sorry, I keep
I
hearing
might
myself
be able to-
doubled.
No,
so
it's
I
fine.
keep, yeah.
I actually may be able to share too for the Facebook page what our
Let's focus on Instagram.
There's a
I'll upload
barcode.
Facebook for videos and stuff
Yeah.
and keep them, but let's focus on Instagram, YouTube.
different things. Some things you might see on YouTube that's not on Instagram or vice versa, and that's going to be specifically to keep you guys involved, like in whatever social media platform that you feel comfortable on, and you want to follow us on the most.
Dude, if we start TikTok,
Like-
dude, we might get banned. I might just do it just to get banned and be like,
Yeah, no, the
I would
Snapback
break
Pod.
this microphone if I did it.
All lowercase letters, Snapback Pod on Instagram.
Snapback Pod.
Snapback Pod, exactly. Like I said, thumbnail, same thing as YouTube. You can find us our links in our bio, so you know it's us, and that's it. That's it right there. That's all she wrote. Interact, please.
And guys, with me, please send Quincy on Instagram just a black emoji in the messages.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
Just a black emoji kid with a red shirt. Or
And
whatever.
and the good news about Instagram too is we can start doing Instagram lives as well, so we can get involved with that here.
Exclusive content on
right,
Instagram.
it's just Instagram. So if you guys want to in on that stuff, YouTube, you can't do it live. We're out here. We're recording our things.
Yo, we're out here.
We are out here, dog. We're champions. We're out here.
We're both champions.
But we're recording our stuff, to put
both
out there
fathers.
for you
We're
guys. Right.
adults. We're both white.
Exactly.
Champions.
Well, yeah.
You're white, dude.
I know I am.
You're like the outside of the bread, and I'm the inside of the bread. You're the crust. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Anyways,
Yeah, man.
so back to the talk.
Oh yeah, sorry, fantasy football. Sorry, we got off track. Okay, so Facebook. Like I said, I almost won my.
Welcome back to the
Yeah, welcome back to Snapback Podcast with Big Q and MB. I almost won my second year. My second year had a couple of years of. Last year I was bad, guys. I was 4-10 in our league last year?
I don't really know. I
I'll
don't
have
know
to
about
look,
fantasy
but
football.
I'm pretty sure that I was really bad in the same league that I played in this year and won. I think I was only like 4-10. I did terrible.
So Quincy,
I was not good.
for the Snapback Pod Fantasy League,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have to be the manager.
Oh, you want me to run? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yeah, because I don't know nothing, especially about sports, let alone fantasy football. I don't even know the rules of regular football, let alone make-believe. It's like a bad dream. Listen to me. I think you're a liar. I think you're a bigot.
So here's how close it was, people. I only won by 0.3.
How does that even happen?
So it actually came down to the final game. So what happens is with fantasy is the percentages fluctuate all the time, right? So like throughout the week, it'll say, like if you put people in your starting lineup, you have like 5 or 6 bench spots, whatever it is, however your leagues run. And if you have people on the bench and let's say they score 20 points, it doesn't count toward the week because they're on your bench. You have to start them for them to be able to get the points. Okay.
All right.
So that's the thing is fantasy gives you a projection per every player. Like, hey, guess what? This guy this week's projected to score 15 points. So when you decide to put him in, you're like, okay, well, he's 15, sure. So you want to get what your highest percentage is.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so you want to give yourself the best chance by giving the highest, like whoever's projected the most points, you're putting them in the starting lineup. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So it fluctuates. Like I said, if someone ends up being out and they report that like 2 or 3 days beforehand, it'll put the little O that means out next to them.
All right.
Then, of course, at that point, that drops your percentage because maybe that person was supposed to give you 25 points or whatever if they're really good, and now they're not playing, so find someone else to put in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, your chance of winning could have went from 55 to 35 or whatever, depending. You know what I mean? Okay? So there's that. So it fluctuated all day. In the last little bit, it was not looking good.
All right.
It was almost 11 o'clock. I was sleeping. But I woke up and something told me you need to check right now.
Really?
Yep. So
some dream shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I woke up, right? Open fantasy, and I go out loud. I'm like, oh no. Lex is like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm not gonna win. I don't like this is not looking good. Like, he's got 2 guys playing. Listen, I had the kicker for one of the teams playing, and he had a wide receiver and a running back playing, one from each team. He had a running back from one team and a wide receiver from another.
Is it supposed to look brown?
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Mm.
Man, those Indian stores get bad
But
product,
anyway,
dude.
But anyway, so the guy that I had in that game, his team lost, and he only had 2 extra points, and he was the kicker, so he got me 2 points during that game. I'm like, well, it's not looking good right now.
Mike Wazowski.
And so I watched my chances, Nick, for literally 5 minutes, go from an 11% chance of coming back and winning to 100. It was f***ing insane. It was the slowest 5 minutes of my life. I'm not even kidding. Because it's this bar right here, right? So my chance said 11%, and when that bar slides down, it'll be in the red. And red meaning, hey, listen, like there's a good chance you're not winning. So I was at 11%. He had the rest. So I'm like, this is not good. It's not good at all. And then I watched it progressively go up for 5 minutes. It went from 11% to whatever he had, bumped me up to 25. I'm like, still not looking good. Like one person has 1 carry or 1 catch, and I'm screwed. I'm done immediately. Like that's all it takes. And now we're in the final 2 minutes. So I'm thinking to myself, listen, it's the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, right? Again, he has someone from Buffalo, someone from Miami. And I'm like, if his Buffalo receiver catches 1 catch, I lose. But I'm like, wait a minute. They're up 7 points. So I'm like, there's less than 2 minutes at this point. They have the ball back, but I'm like, they can just run the clock out. That's all they have to do to win the game. Like, that's it. That's all they can,
Yep.
So I'm like, as long as he does not touch the ball, I am good. And guess what? He didn't touch the ball.
So that was the whole plan?
Yep.
Waiting it out?
That's all I can do, Nick, because that's all I had left. Like, I only had Miami's kicker, and he got them 2 points.
And my wife and kid, and
So
that
I was
doesn't
basically
mean
waiting,
anything.
and his Miami player was obviously off the field, so I was just waiting on to see if his receiver got 1 more catch. If he got 1 catch, I'm toast. Like, I'm not coming back. Like, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
And I was projected to lose by like a whole point. When I saw it at 11%, it was like, you're projected to lose by 1 point, like 1 to the point.
Oh.
Literally 1 point. So I was like, okay. And I watched it go from 11% to 100. The minute that the game ended, full bar, 100%, just like that.
What'd you do?
And
did you go like this?
Shout out to Tom, by the way. My friend Tom, who he had never played fantasy before. It was his first time last year, and he won last year. He almost won again.
Wow.
Keyword almost.
Motherfucker.
Just kidding. But anyway, no, like seriously, it was a good matchup. Like, but I was 0.3.
Can we talk about your reaction after you found out you won? You went like this. You went, yes, and went to sleep.
No, actually, it wasn't like that. I was actually really hyped up. I started texting a couple people. I was like, look who won. And people in our chat were just like, listen.
So you were legit like, babe, like,
bro, listen.
You're baby. You're like,
yeah,
champion dick.
Yeah. People in our chat were just like, Tom was like, see, I told you. And mind you, he was down on himself all day. I was like, why are you doing this, dude? Like, right now it's going to be neck and neck. And it fluctuated all day who was going to win. And then all of a sudden, he told me after the 4 o'clock game, he's like, I told you it's over. And I'm like, dude, it's not over. I was the one telling him, give yourself some more fucking hope, dude. It's not over yet. And clearly, it still came down to the wire.
Yeah, it did.
So to the wire.
So the wire.
So, 0.4. So, 0.3, sorry. So, I ended up winning.
Oh, shit.
280.42 to 280.12. I ended up winning 280.42 to 280.12.
Really?
0.3. I only won by 0.3. But you know what? It was enough. And if it wasn't for 2 guys, especially in the third quarters of their respective games, I would have lost. 100% would have lost. Like, I had 2 guys. One scored a touchdown in the third quarter, which is huge for his team. And I had another guy who scored 2 touchdowns. His team came back and won the game. So he was only projected to get me like 22 points. He got me 35 and a half. So it was crazy. How
did you celebrate immediately?
I didn't. I was just like, hey.
You're like, hey. Yes.
I just couldn't believe it. I was
like
more in
this?
shock.
Were you Napoleon Dynamite?
No. I was more in shock. I was just more in shock by the whole thing, and I was like, "This is crazy, man! Like, what a fantasy league."
I would have been like, I needed that 250.
No, look, like I didn't even start off spectacular. Like I wasn't great at the beginning. Like, I had to fight back.
Underdog story is fine.
And also, excuse me, shout out to James Salta. James Salta has never played fantasy before. He went 11-3.
I don't know what that means.
He's never played fantasy football.
I'm playing fantasy football for the first time.
But James has never played. You know James Salta we work with?
Yes.
James has never played before. Yeah. He went 11-3.
I don't know what 11-3 means.
That's his record.
I don't know what 11-3. 11 wins, 3 losses.
Yes.
From what? The season?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what a season is. I know nothing. I've told you this.
Okay.
Look at me.
Okay, wait.
I told you. Look at me when you're speaking to me. I know nothing.
So there's 18 total weeks.
Yes.
Right?
18 weeks.
The first 14 weeks, though, are regular season weeks.
Yes.
So meaning you play an opponent, a different opponent every week.
Okay.
And some opponents you play twice. There's usually one player you don't play.
Because you haven't explained fantasy football yet. That was
That's what I'm explaining right now. I'm explaining right now.
All right, sorry.
So you have a different opponent every week.
All right.
There's probably one team that you only play one time. Okay, just because that's usually how it goes. There's one team you play one time, and that's it. Everyone else you play twice.
Okay.
So James he had 11 wins and 3 losses through the first 14 weeks.
Wow.
He ends up losing in the first round because when the playoffs start, it's 2 weeks. So you play the same opponent for 2 weeks in a row. Mm-hmm. That's tough because if you also don't get an early lead on somebody, you might not come back and win.
Yeah.
And my thing was too with Tom was leading by like 35 after our first week in the championship, and I'm like, might be tough for me to come back, but I eventually did. So. But yeah, no, James had 11 wins and 3 losses, and shout out to James Salta. Guy's never played before, and he played great. He really played great. And one of his losses, who was it to? To me. He lost to me. One of his 3 losses was to me. Yep.
Poor fella.
But no, all in all, good season.
Oh no, he didn't do a bad job.
I'm a champion.
At all.
You're a champion. People, the Snapback Podcast is home of champions.
All right, so I haven't told you this. Before I started this, started an open new page for the recording software I go through.
Yeah.
The name of the save file is Snapback Podcast. We are both champions.
Okay, cool. I like that. I respect that.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so
welcome back to the Snapback. It's an ongoing joke.
That's fine. A lot of things have happened in the recent days, so I just want to, kind of touch up on that. So,
God, this fucking
I worked very hard. I prepared for myself.
Letter over here.
It's
My
not.
God,
it's literally not.
Who are you talking? What crowd of people are you trying to convince?
You don't have to convince nothing.
You've got a full thing.
Can I say
remember the president, Franklin Roosevelt, like a shot in the chest?
Yeah.
He had that letter. That's how big that letter was. It stopped the bullet.
All right, listen up.
All right. Welcome back to the Snapback Podcast with Big Q and Envy. It's a New Hampshire sports minute with Big Q.
Thank you, Envy. After 24 years, Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots agreed to part ways this past week. This was expected throughout the year as the Patriots struggled all season long and finished the season 4-13. Patriots owner Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick met multiple times throughout the last week and came to the conclusion that it was best for both parties to move on from each other. They then held a press conference together the following day, making statements about the last 24 years. Bill gave his thanks to all the staff he has worked with from top to bottom, his appreciation to all the players he has coached, the fans for the championship send-offs, and the media. He said, and quote, "I'll always be a Patriot. I look forward to coming back here, but at this time, we're going to move on." Owner Robert Kraft in his statement thanked Bill Belichick, first noting how grateful he was that the partnership they had lasted 24 years. He also pointed out that Bill Belichick taught him over the years about how much they could really accomplish. He told the media that what Bill has done, he doesn't think will ever be replicated, and he reminded everyone that Bill is the greatest coach of all time. Kraft thanked him for everything and thanked everyone for coming to what he called a, quote, celebration. During the Belichick era, the Patriots had 17 AFC division titles, 13 AFC championship appearances, 9 Super Bowl appearances, and 6 Super Bowl championships. Bill Belichick is expected to continue coaching, though. He met with the Atlanta Falcons yesterday in regards to their team's head coaching position. Other teams across the league also presume to have interest in the Hall of Fame coach, such as the Panthers, Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, and potentially others if they fire their head coaches after their disappointing seasons, particularly the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Patriots, however, have their next head coach. Former Patriot and assistant coach Gerard Mayo is set to take over the team. The hire came the day after Bill Belichick and the Patriots agreed to part ways. He has been a play caller for the defense the last 2 seasons and was believed to be Belichick's successor. A little bit about Gerard Mayo. He was a linebacker for the team for 8 years and joined the defensive staff in 2019. He's also the youngest coach in the league at just 37 years old. He is set to have his first press conference in the coming days.
And that was your local Snapback Podcast NFL update. Now we're going to go to Big Q with our basketball update of the week.
Just a little news out of the NBA. The Celtics are off to a 31-9 start. They beat the Raptors last night, 105-96. They host the Spurs at TD Garden, who are 7-32 tomorrow night. The Celtics, by the way, still have the best record in the NBA. Very impressed. I love it. Love to see it. 31-9.
Did you love seeing them live on your anniversary?
I did. It's great.
Hey. Little handshake. Just shake my hand if Daddy got a little anniversary strange. Oh, we shook hand. I know where those bruises came from.
Get out of here.
You're such a stereotypical black man. You're bad. You're bad. I saw you smack my son when you walked in. Did you saw that?
And that is your New Hampshire Sports Talk. I'm Big Q.
Now, welcome back to the Snapback Podcast with Big Q and Envy. All right. So you're black.
Yep.
Why?
Good question. I don't know. It's a weird thing to ask me,
like
Nick.
The
I don't know.
melanin in on my skin or something?
You know, Nick, I have something I think we need to talk about.
What? What is it?
I think we need to talk about the fact that the people, they really, we've been trying to get our views up there.
Yeah, not even the views. We want subscribers.
And
we want loyal people.
We do. And you know what? I think the people
We think you're swine, pigs, scared. You're fucking a bunch of pussies because you don't want to put up with the mess when you wake up on the wrong side of the Snapback Podcast. Welcome back with Big Q and Envy.
I think the people, they want more. They crave more.
So what do they want? Okay, I'll just...
Yeah, so I think we really got to make sure we upload more. I know you're in charge and... Or not. I mean, you're right. I think it's fine. We don't have to. Really? You know what, Nick? Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool.
You cool?
And I think they're cool, too.
You cool?
They're so cool, dog.
Oh.
You're so cool, man.
What's cool? How are you cool with a heater in your face?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. But you know what? Whatever you want to do, Nick. Whatever you want to do.
No, that's fine. I mean, as long as the conversation's open and we both get our points across.
Right, yeah. As long as I'm not afraid you're going to hit me or anything.
You sure?
Oh, I'm good, dog. I'm so good. Okay. How are you feeling today? I'm good.
A little pumped up.
Little pumped up. Little pump.
Musket.
Yeah.
I pulled a grenade. I'm just holding it. We're just both holding the grenade, looking at each other. Fuck you. You.
You're not gonna pull that. I am.
Okay, you're not gonna pull that. I am. You're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. You know what? Out of all of this, I know we've been staying here for 72 hours holding this grenade together, but gotta respect it. We shake you. Hey, we both drop the grenade and shake each other's hand, like out of respect, and blow each other up. Yeah. Welcome.
Not even
back
realizing
to the
it either.
Podcast.
Yeah. Not even realizing it either.
And then we both wake up and we've had a combined dream because we drink bad Arizona hard iced teas, and we like wake up. We're like, was that your weird dream? You're like, no. I'm like, yeah, me neither. No. Because we had never explained a dream that retarded to each other. Quincy, you had a crazy dream.
Nah.
Yeah.
What?
Flying away to the rooftops. Did you explain that yet?
Oh, I did. I'll go into it real quick.
Okay. Welcome back to the Snapback Podcast. We've got a live exclusive. This is the dreams.
Couple minutes.
Yeah. So, Quincy approached me.
Now listen, maybe we can make it a thing where it's different dream every time.
Every time our weird
Every
dream?
time we have an episode. So, like, if you've got one, I've got one.
All right, I'll
whoever
do mine
has
next.
one, yeah,
I'll do mine next.
episode.
That will be the crazy story
next
of the day.
episode, you got yours.
Okay, perfect.
Just so I don't forget mine now. And you definitely have them way more than I do because of how you think when you sleep.
I'm
if you
intense,
sleep,
dude. I'm fucking intense. Once you guys hear my
Think of
dreams,
everything.
holy shit.
Nick is always 10 steps ahead of everything. Everything.
I took his wallet when he came in the door.
What?
Yeah, where'd my shoes go?
Where's my iPhone?
I'm like, I don't know. I pull your iPhone. What time is it?
Yeah. When did you get that?
When did you get a picture of my wife? It's a picture. My background is a picture
listen,
of you and your wife sleeping at
Listen,
night.
I don't. Listen, I don't know.
You're both sleeping. There's a gun to your dick. Just to let you know, anytime I could do it.
Listen, I don't know if. Like how I.
Yeah, how did you have this dream?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
have
I
bad
don't know.
pizza?
I don't
Did
know.
you drink spoiled milk or something, or eat moldy bread from the medieval
Honestly, it was
times?
probably like a major Reese's overdose. I just didn't know it.
I mean, he's choking down 2 packs on the way here.
I had this random dream that I. Like.
Okay, he approached me like he was going to tell me he was doing hard drugs or cheating on his wife.
Yeah,
the attention to his detail was like, he was like,
yeah, go ahead.
he approached me right after lunch, I think, when I started photoing.
I did. Because I was like, I have to tell you in person because I wasn't going to tell you on the phone. It just didn't seem right.
So he got really close to me and he was like, hey, Nick, can I talk to you real quick? I'm like, yeah. What's the matter? And he's like looking around, like people are following him. This guy was like the black Jason Bourne. This guy's John Thick, not John Wick. So literally, he approached me. He's like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And he does the thing where he like looks down at the ground, scratches his nose, and like looks at the ground and walks 3 feet this way for no reason. Walks like 3 feet to be like, we couldn't have the conversation right there with no one around. We got to be 2 feet that way. So he like walks me over and he's like, so anyways.
Do you remember the dream?
I remember every word you told me.
Go ahead, because I feel like I forgot half of it.
Okay.
This is my dream. Envy's going to tell it. He remembers a little more of this stuff, and I'll chime in with what I remember.
It's crazy because that was high.
Right, but whatever.
Anyways,
you remember.
So, the dream was, I remember Quincy approaching me, being like, oh, hey, what's up? He approached me outside the wash bay, and what I remember was like, so crazy stream. I don't know why, but we had a backpack.
We did,
and we were walking to a KFC, and we flew there.
Right,
No. You didn't fly there. Right. We were at a KFC. We were at the KFC. We started.
Oh, right. And no one was paying attention.
Outside, and we walked in.
Yep.
And no one was
taking
attention.
our order. And I was getting mad, and I was like, yo, Nick, dude, what if we just go back there and just take all the chicken?
Yeah, we walk out, we come back in, and he says that we go in there, we take legs, we take breasts, we take...
Dude, we took everything, bro. So you know what you guys that go KFC can relate. Unless you're vegetarian, fuck you, but whatever. You guys know when you walk at a KFC and it's like you can see all the stuff in the display case?
Yeah.
Okay? That was what I saw, like to the fucking T.
Oh, the glass.
The glass, dude.
Okay.
Like clear glass, like I'm seeing wings, legs, breasts, you name it. Like we got it, right? Okay, go ahead.
This guy's a fucking monster.
So anyway, I walk in there, like we walk back in.
Yeah, and he starts taking buckets of chicken. Apparently, they came and we grabbed buckets.
Yep.
We grabbed the containers for biscuits.
Yep, we did.
We shoved everything in a big bucket.
We did.
And they said, oh, you got to pay for that. We're calling the cops.
Yep, they did.
And he says the cops show up.
And instead of us, like...
And the cops show up. And they look at us and they look at the people, and they said, well, unless you can tell us exactly how many pieces of chicken, what kind of pieces of chicken, how many pieces of chicken, and
like was it 5 legs, 5 breasts?
Chicken,
what was it?
Then they couldn't actually do anything.
They couldn't arrest us. Nothing. Yes, that's what I found the most funny of the dream.
And then apparently afterwards, you threw a biscuit walking out, and you threw a biscuit at a lady.
I did.
And then something about when you walked outside, we were throwing chicken at the door, walking out, laughing, throwing chicken.
Yeah, because we had so much chicken. We were like, fuck you.
And
I was
then-
throwing biscuits. And then when the cops showed up and they were like, hey, listen, to the manager, like, hey, listen, unless you can identify how much.
And that's
what
why we
exactly
started
they
throwing
took,
stuff so they couldn't count how many chickens
Right.
Yeah.
What exactly they took, we can't do anything. We can't arrest them. Nothing's happening. And then
Closer, the peak of the story. This is the
peak of the story.
dirty
This is
dancing.
kind of where it ends. It's
This is
weird.
the dirty dancing lift of this story.
Dreams don't make sense, people.
Makes sense to me.
We ended up flying
No.
away.
We put the.
Oh, okay. Cut that out.
All of the chicken. We put all of the chicken into my backpack
Yeah,
that I
because
had.
of course, Nick was one that had the backpack. He always
Yeah.
has a backpack on him or something to that effect.
Yeah,
or you
fanny
used
pack
to, right? Or you
fanny
used to,
pack.
right?
Yeah,
Like
But
I never do, so it was Nick. This was Nick's bag.
He opened the bag, put a bucket of chicken, closes it, and then apparently we look at each other.
And we just
And
fly away.
motherfucker N-word. Apparently we just lift off,
Yep.
flapping our
We do.
arms like birds.
Now, can I just say something though? We ended
That's
up.
not even the end of the story.
No, because we ended up on a random person's
We-
roof.
Motherfucker, we perched on a roof,
We did.
random person's roof, and ate KFC.
That's all we did, and we just laughed about the fact that they couldn't do anything because we
Openly
stole so much.
mocking laugh while
Right.
eating chicken perched on a roof like a fucking pigeon.
I think it was like a random roof in my neighborhood. Honestly,
No. You
But
said
where
it
the
was
hell
house,
was the KFC?
You said it was the house across the
diagonal
street.
from me.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
So weird. And you know what? That's all the dream was. That's all it was.
Something that should have been. Do we grab each other's hands?
Something that should have been real.
Come on, dude, get in here. Something that, I don't know, more of an affectionate, like put your arm down and hold. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
All
Got
across
it.
the table.
Got it.
10-year anniversary. Be happy about it. And just be like,
Yeah.
something that should have been. And we start like, rubbing the thumbs on each other.
I'm rubbing on your thumb, dude.
Sheesh.
That's what we did.
Dude, tomorrow's dream will kick you in the dick. Just wait.
Do you have a funny dream you want to share?
Leave one in the comment of the Snapback Podcast with Big Q and Envy. This has been the Snapback Podcast. Don't forget the question of the day. In or out?
Whatever that means.
It's up to you in the comment section below.
I like that.
Don't forget to like and subscribe on the Snapback Podcast on YouTube, Snapback Pod on Facebook, and the Snapback Pod on our new official Instagram page. Please don't forget to give your fantasy football intake.
And again, we'd love to interact with you guys in any way possible. I know that
Fuck
we
you!
get some people. We get some people on YouTube, but if you guys follow our Instagram, again, we're working on trying to see if we can get people to call into the show
YouTube
eventually.
live stream and Facebook live stream are going to be dictated by the number that is given out on Instagram. We are not giving out the phone number on YouTube or on Facebook. We are
It'll be
specifically
all Instagram.
We are giving the phone number for our live stream call-in.
And and by the way, people, the Instagram, the Snapback Pod is not a private page. So if you just want to go on there and want to take a look, be like, yeah, sure, I'll give a follow. We highly encourage that you follow us.
If you follow, there's nothing to lose besides every once in a while.
There's going to be things on there that you won't see on YouTube.
You're just going to open your page, and when you swipe, you will be decently surprised, thrown off guard, questioning everything, and then ending it like a black joke, looking around, make sure no one's looking at you, and walking away. That's our video's feeling.
It is. And that's what we do best. So
we take them off guard, and we look like a black joke?
Yeah, always.
Welcome back to the Snapback Podcast. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on Facebook. Follow on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube.
Not Twitter. We don't have Twitter, guys.
Fuck Twitter. Unless we get Twitter in the
future.
future.
You know what? We will eventually start doing special Instagram live, so please give us a follow on the Snapback Pod Instagram page. Again, that's the Snapback Pod, all lowercase letters, on Instagram.
If you do not subscribe or follow our Instagram page, you will not find the live stream live call number. You can call into our live stream.
And it will notify you. It'll notify you on Instagram if we're live.
Do you want to hear your voice on the radio or on the live stream of the Snapback Podcast with any suggestion? No filter. Funny things, funny stories, or just asking a question? Please follow on the Instagram, Snapback Pod.
One more thing I just forgot to. I don't know if we shared this, but thanks to everybody for all the support and stuff like that, especially like throughout the last month of the year.
I'm gonna buy a fur house.
Like we had 37.5K views.
What? At the beginning of the month?
No. for the year, for our review for the year. Remember that?
Yeah.
On our thing.
Oh, yeah.
We had 37.5K views for the year. So thank you very much. December was a great month.
That's not our total.
I know it's not our total. No, for the year it was.
Oh, for the year.
For the
ending
year
in
it
December.
was.
No,
Right, yeah, yeah.
But technically,
right now,
Snapback Podcast hasn't been out a full year.
We have not.
We're not going by the year. We're going by when we were on for a year.
But just keep that in perspective, too. Like, we just want to say thank you for all your support. We also just reached 41,200 views.
We're past that. We're like 43,000.
Okay, guess what? We keep going up, baby, from like 2 days ago.
Come on, baby!
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Don't forget, anything that you would like to donate, send, any sort of monetary thing. If you need or want to see something on the podcast and you would like to donate, not Reese's, if you would like to donate to the Snapback Pod, we will be starting a GoFundMe. And please, we will give you receipts for everything that we put the money towards. Everything will be reinvested in the Snapback Pod.
And hopefully
merchandise, because we have to buy samples. I've been looking at samples for the last 2 months now.
Merch soon. But please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.